This time on Cooper's Corner, we continue to review our Season 1 episodes as we travel back to California and visit Route 66 and deep into the Mojave Desert. We head over to Joshua Tree National Park and recap the fun that we had in this national wonderland. And then we head to St. George, Utah, where we base ourselves out of to explore this area of the Southwest. We drive through Zion National Park before heading to Kanab, Utah, where we base ourselves out of and visit Sand Caves, the Toadstool. So come along on this week's episode of Cooper's Corner on the Road. And if you like our channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that like button, and share with your family and friends. Well, on this week's episode, as we review our ending of our Season 1, we head back to California. Obviously, got to have In-N-Out Burger.
Absolutely.
And we started our California trip. We did Route 66.
Yep.
And we started at the museum in Victorville, which was a really cool museum.
It was really cool. Amazingly, we never been there before.
Yeah, they did a good job. And there's stuff on the outside. They have a caboose out there, but it's a great place to get kind of the lay of the land of Route 66. And so then we started headed out on Route 66. This is in between Victorville and Barstow. And we stopped along the way and looked at the bridge and underneath the river. And
this is a pizza place that we frequent.
Yep, that was cool. And then we had to stop at Elmer's Bottle Tree Farm. And if you're going on Route 66, you got to stop here.
Absolutely.
This guy's an amazing guy. Started it decades ago, just bottles and welding stuff together. And it was well worth the stop. Then we headed into Barstow, and Barstow's Old Town District, nothing to write home about, but it's a great Route 66.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different things. Murals on the walls. And then the train depot, that was awesome.
Yeah, this is an active train depot, and they got a museum inside. They got events that you can arrange for weddings and stuff, but really cool. Then I took Mark, which is Sherry's brother, and we went into the Calico Mountains. And our goal this episode was to find mines, and I wanted to take Mark in them. What we found is mainly all the mines had been blocked by the state. They had put bars and dynamited it in. So we found very few mines. Got in a little ways. This was on top of the mountain. That was a weird skeleton that somebody put up there. It was pretty cool. But this was a place I got to fly my drone. You can see the mine shaft there, and there's a mine shaft right there. But all blocked up. You can't go in them.
And then Afton Canyon, that was really nice.
Yeah, we named this canyon the Grand Canyon of the Mojave Desert.
Yeah, it resembles it.
Yeah, and got to fly our drone. This is a 4-wheel drive just off of Highway 15, and a really cool canyon. Definitely 4-wheel drive. 2-wheel drive would be pretty hard. The weather was perfect on this trip out to the canyon.
Yeah, it's good to see the train trestle and where the trains actually go in and out of through the canyon.
Yep. And all these canyons that you're seeing are just compacted sandstone. And so it's very, very fragile. It collapses, it changes. Every time it rains,
the colors.
It just changes. So,
just amazing.
What a gorgeous place. And there's only a railroad track that goes through there, and those are active trains. So, super canyon, well worth the trip. And we had a good time with your brother.
We did.
That was a lot of fun.
It was fun. And then Joshua Tree. That's another cool place to go.
Yeah, and we've been here quite a few times. Today was, again, a perfect day. Low 70s, blue skies. And if you're in Southern California, this is definitely something you should put on your bucket list because this park is huge. You definitely would not want to come here in the heat of summer.
No, not at all.
Because it can get to 110, 115.
There have been people that have lost their lives in the heat out there.
Yep. But a lot of good trails. I mean, we only took a few trails. This one was a really cool trail that went back into a canyon where they used to do the cattle back there. And they had some petroglyphs and some
Yes.
rock art, that kind of stuff. But,
Yes, that was right. There's the petroglyphs. Those were so cool to be able to see that.
Yeah. And they date these back, I think, 700 years, 800 years ago, and it's right in the rock. And we love petroglyphs.
Yeah.
we love seeing that stuff on the rocks.
Just amazes me.
So, but yeah, we're troopers, man. We put our hats on and we go. This was Skull Rock, which was a really interesting rock in Joshua Tree.
Looks like a skull.
Looks just like a skull. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But
that was.
great park to drive. And you can just drive this park and not even do any hikes and still get the gist of the Joshua Tree National Park.
Yeah, if it's hot out, you can just drive through with your air conditioner on.
Yep, exactly.
Stay cool.
Yep. So we got on the road, we hooked up the rig, and we started to head out over to Utah. And it was a very pretty drive once we got past Vegas. We got into Utah, and we landed in St. George, Utah.
That's a beautiful town.
Yeah, we kind of based out of here. There's a lot to see. This is the city looking from Red Rock Canyon or Red Rock Park. But the city is really cool. Very heavily Mormon. Super clean town.
It is really clean.
Super clean town.
And they have a lot of events going on, different things to go and see.
Yeah, the Children's Museum, that was cool.
That was a
These
library
date back
museum.
into the late 1800s. So this is Red Rock Park, literally in the city, right on the outskirts over the highway. And it was just filled with arches and rock formations that were amazing. You could do this park in a couple hours. We spent probably 4 or 5 hours there, but you can just walk right from the parking lot and you can get into these awesome red rock formations. And then they have a slot canyon. And this slot canyon was absolutely cool. This was our first slot canyon.
It was our
we got
first
to look
slot
at it.
canyon. And there's this tree growing in there that gave the perfect amount of shade you'd want to have if it's warm outside.
Yep.
It's just really beautiful, spectacular.
Yep. So from St. George, we drove through Zion National Park, and I got to tell you, Zion is an absolute gorgeous national park. But for us, it is just too crowded. It's kind of like Yosemite, California. It's just too many people. You can't experience the beauty of Zion because of the crowds that go there. And so we didn't go on any hiking trails in Zion. But
even to go through the tunnels, I mean, we had to stop and wait.
Yeah, we waited like
because
an hour.
Because there were so many people, and they were allowing big buses even to go through those.
Go through the tunnels, So... But certainly the drive through it was
beautiful.
Awesome. I mean, look at that sky.
Yeah.
I mean, it was gorgeous.
And look how tall. I mean, just the magnificence of the
granite.
It's just amazing.
It's gorgeous. So unfortunately we didn't do any hikes there.
No, we didn't do any hikes. Mainly just drove, but it was beautiful, and I'd recommend it highly. But I'd recommend it during the
spring and fall.
Spring and fall, when the tourists, aren't as plentiful.
So this is the entrance to the tunnel. Basically, it travels only one direction at a time. So your wait time, depending on how crowded it is, could be 30 minutes to an hour for the traffic to switch, and then they'll let each side go at their own. But it's a really cool tunnel. It's a must-see. This is all blasted by man, and it goes through. But again, the crowds are just ridiculous. So this right here is not in the heavily populated Zion National Park. There is a part of Zion National Park that is outside St. George. I believe it's off the 15, and it's well worth driving through, less crowds.
Yeah. Then we went on to Snow Canyon State Park. That was spectacular.
This is a must-see.
I loved it.
And you can do all of this basing yourself out of St. George or that vicinity, but this state park, less traveled, and it is just full.
And they had lava tubes. Or a cave. They considered it a cave. But
if you haven't seen this episode, I did some special effects and monsters in here and all. That was kind of cool.
That was pretty cool, though. I didn't go down in it, but I've been in lava tube caves before, so a lot of climbing.
great place to get out of the sun too, because it was nice and cool in there. But you're just going from all different landscapes at this state park, and there's red rock everywhere. And we hiked this big time.
Yes, we did.
We spent the entire day at Snow Canyon, and I got to tell you, go there. Put that on your bucket list.
And that mountain right there is that I'm climbing. That incline, it's unbelievable. If you're scared of heights, do not look down. I just kept my eyes focused on the rock the whole time because it goes straight up.
It's pretty steep, but it's the red rock with the grooves in it. So as long as you're wearing hiking shoes, you're going to be fine.
There was no slipping.
But
it was great.
It's well worth to take the hike up to the top, and you just get an overpanning view of Snow Canyon. Again, perfect day. We jumped on our bikes. This is the bike trail, and Sherry and I got a couple e-bikes, which we love.
Yes.
And so we decided to go up a canyon. It's not open to vehicles, but this canyon goes 8.5 miles in. And so we decided instead of hiking the 8.5 miles on the road, we would just take our bike.
Yeah, it was kind of nice after doing the big, huge hike that we had just taken to just kind of sit on the bikes and just really get an overview on the ground instead of up above.
Yeah, and no big inclines. So proud of Sherry. You know, we're old farts, but we made it to the end. There's some water treatment, or not water treatment, but water wells out there, pumps.
They're like pumps.
But this is the boxed-in canyon. There's no way out. So.
And then we went to this Ginny's Canyon, and that was like a slot canyon too.
It was a slot canyon.
Beautiful. I wanted to keep on going, but it kind of stopped. But that was really.
This
really
was our
neat.
second slot canyon that we've seen, and it gave us kind of an idea of how the slot canyons are. And later on, we're going to get into Wire Canyon, which was awesome.
Yep. Then we went into Kanab.
Yep. So
one of my favorite places.
We packed up from St. George. This was the RV park that we stayed in, and we headed towards Kanab.
Yeah, I love Kanab. It's just a small, quaint little town with all kinds of stuff to see and do.
Yeah, and Kanab is not industrial, but this is one place that we thought we would love to live in Kanab.
Yeah.
It's just a really, really cool town. And there's all kinds of stuff to do. The first thing we went to the day we hit was sand caves.
This was neat.
And this is a man-made cave. They mined a particular grain of sand, I think to make windows, if I remember
like
right.
That, yeah.
But so this is completely man-made, and they went out of business. And so I believe the state took it over. And you can hike up to it. The hike up to it, pretty strenuous. You got to kind of do some base cliffing on it. Nothing major, but certainly if you're not really good getting around, you might want to think twice about coming here. But really nice, easy hike. It's probably half a mile from the parking lot, 3/4 of a mile from the parking lot.
But the colors are so beautiful.
Yeah, the formation of the sandstone is just,
and
this is all sandstone here. So, but, and you can do that in probably 2 hours?
Yeah,
as well,
probably.
Round trip. Then we headed to the belly of the dragon. And this place, you can do in 20 minutes if you want. It's a man-made aqueduct that they dynamited out. The highway is above this. And so they did this to capture water and move the water through that part of the mountain and to dump into where they could use it for ranching, I believe, and all of that. But they call it the belly of the dragon. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like you're in the throat and you're going down into the belly. And it was cool.
It was cool. Just be sure you have a flashlight, because there are some little narrow, when you're walking, you have to be careful.
But you can literally see the light at each of the tunnels going in. But it's cool to have the flashlight so you can see the colors and stuff inside.
Yeah.
But we went on the outside, we took a little hike up, and then we turned around and we came back, and I flew my drone into the valley. This is right in the valley in front of the belly of the dragon.
Yeah, and farther back they have camping and stuff.
It's all over here. This is dispersed camping, 14 days. I believe it's free of charge. You don't even have to pay.
Yeah. And then we went into the Toadstools Trailhead.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So this is like taking a spaceship, going to Mars and landing. This place is also a must-see. Wouldn't want to do it in the heat, but we went back in here, and the formations were just out of this world, man. It was, and if you haven't seen that episode, man, definitely go back and check it out. We go into very much more detail on this area. But again, kind of like Afton Canyon, this is loose sandstone, so it's very crumbly. In fact, I was a little nervous standing underneath that because it's just sand. Yeah, but it's like really pretty. It's like you're on another planet.
It is. It's just, and then the view of the sunset too.
Yeah. Well, the thing about here, we were hitting the sunset, and the thunderstorm started rolling in. We were still on trail. And so we started making our way back to the parking lot, and we could just see this black thunder shower coming in. And by the time we got to the truck, we hit this wall right here. And I was able to capture this lightning, which was phenomenal.
It was just amazing.
And then right after that, it just kind of moved off, and the sunset was gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
And the thing about this, which was so special to me, was we're out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just dead silence. Yeah. And the sunset, it was gorgeous.
Yeah. And this is downtown Kanab, and there's a lot of shops.
Sherry's favorite place.
So you can go into, and it's just really cool. You know, they have the trees, and there's some history there about different movie stars also that they did.
This was the base camp for Gunsmoke, John Wayne, all the old westerns. They filmed a lot of this out of Kanab, and so this was a booming town in the movie industry back in the 40s, 50s, that kind of thing. But the town is just so super clean. The people are friendly, and it was just a great place.
Yeah.
And I was able to fly my drone in certain areas. This is Kanab, and so I went up against the mountain and flew my drone, so it gives you a good view of this is right in the town. And so I flew my drone up this canyon, and
more spectacular.
I wish I could have climbed that, but this is right in the city.
So pretty.
This is right in the city.
How would you like that for your view every morning when you're drinking your coffee?
Yeah. This is definitely one of the contenders, and that we would love to live to. And then right outside of Kanab is the Forever Museum. And this place was amazing. We got to meet the owners, and if you're anywhere in Kanab, you got to stop by and see this. It's, I don't know, $8 or $9 to get in, but these people have collections of signatures and posters, and they have history. Just amazing place. The cars are out of this world. It was
very well laid out, for sure. And then they have a little restaurant in there, and they have a bar that they don't serve anybody under 20, but they've got a family restaurant
21.
upstairs that's really neat. So the family can, go and do the museum, and then if you're hungry, take the family upstairs with the kids, and they got all kinds of stuff.
So the car collection is absolutely amazing. He has Shelbys. These cars are worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Back to the Future.
He had the Back to the Future replica car, which was really cool. But just the Shelbys alone, he has race cars. Just a cool owner, man. We got to chat with him for quite a while, and I love the car collection. So if you're a car buff, this is a must-see in Kanab, just for the cars alone. But the museum is well worth it as well. And the restaurant and the bar, really cool. So they were closed at the time, but the owners opened it up and allowed us to film the inside of the bar. This is upstairs, where they have the shuffleboard, and upstairs is not considered a bar, so you can bring your kids on that one.
And then we went to Wire Pass. This is the slot canyon that I fell in love with, and I didn't want it to end.
But this is outside of Kanab by about an hour and a half. If you want an experience of slot canyons, this is the perfect place. This is definitely remote, dirt road, not really four-wheel drive unless it's raining or snowy, but you're no cell, you're way back here. And this canyon blew us away. This was our first true slot canyon. And people backpack in here. They go in one area and then they can backpack for a couple of days going up the river. But we were pretty much by ourselves. There were a few people on this trail, but not many.
Yeah.
And we were just blown away on every turn. And Sherry did so good, man. She tore it up. We didn't get hurt. But this is coming out of the first slot canyon. And the rock formations are just gorgeous.
Well, even the colors are just
the way the sun hits them.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. So then we packed up and we went to Bryce Canyon. So this was actually a travel day. We got to Bryce Canyon, and
I love Bryce.
This is probably one of the top 5 national park favorites that we have. And old forts that we are, we don't care. We decided we're going down.
But yeah, you just take your time though when you're going down. Yep. There's so much to see.
Yep. And we allotted a whole day on the trip down into the canyon.
Yeah.
And again, perfect day.
Perfect day. Look at that blue sky. Oh.
Low 70s, blue sky. And in fact, when we were there, gotta have my Mountain Dew, right?
Yep.
Halfway through, got to have my dew.
You fed the bird.
But I think they were a week away from season closure when we arrived.
Yeah.
And so the RV park was empty.
It was great.
The top of the canyon was busy, but the inner canyon, like where we hiked, there was, very few people.
Yeah, it was nice.
So then on the next day, we spent a little time up on top of the rim, and we rode our bikes. We checked out the lodge, and we checked out all the stuff, the viewpoints on the rim. And again, if you're in the area and you only have a day, you could drive this to each point, pull right off, and see it.
Yeah, that was inside the lodge. It was really pretty.
That's the chapel right there.
Yeah, look at that big fireplace.
And I think it was built in 1930 or something.
Something like that.
I think it was after the Great Depression. They built.
And they have a lot of cottages. I mean,
these are really cool cottages.
Maybe one day when we're real rich, Paul, we can rent one.
Oh, sure.
I'd go back in a heartbeat, though.
So we rode our bike along the rim instead of driving. And then we headed back. This is Red Canyon. And it's before you get into the national park. So I was able to fly my drone here. You cannot fly a drone in the national park, but in this particular canyon, it's outside of the national park, and I got to fly and just.
Yeah, it's
If
cool.
you haven't seen the Bryce Canyon video, and there's part 1, part 2, definitely worthwhile to go back and check it out.
Yeah.
So.
And then we headed into Kodachrome, another one of my favorite hiking areas.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about this.
Yeah. So, just a heads up, if you're at Bryce Canyon, whatever you do, look up Kodachrome State Park and make sure you get over there. This park has very, very few people. You will be in solitude and peace and silence, and you got the whole park to yourself virtually. And we spent the entire day here. We went about 11 miles, I think.
And you got to fly your drone again in this state park.
$5 pass, you get to fly your drone. And so I was able to just get into places and fly my drone. And this is the trail that goes all the way back in there. And we actually decided to go all the way back to Cool Cave, which was all the reviews said, man, if you can make it back there, do it. But the formations here are just amazing. And the geological history of how it was formed is amazing. All because of lava.
Yep.
And these towers that you're seeing were lava vents that stopped, and then the erosion took the sandstone away from around it, which left the domes, which was really cool.
That was really amazing to me. I'd never seen that before.
There's a couple old farts. I think
we're taking a little break here.
We're about mile 7 right here, but love to be able to fly my drone. It just gives you a bigger perspective of the park.
It's just amazing. Every turn you take, you see something different. Not just in the formation, but just the colors alone.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's just blows me away.
It's both in this park. It's both red rock and it's the orange clay, and then the white rock. You can see the white rock in the back. So it's just really good colors. Once again, Sherry just did great, man.
I was just going to say, if you're kind of unsure of your footing sometimes, be sure and take hiking sticks. They're perfect.
So this is cool, Cave. This is kind of the highlight for us. We were the only ones in this place, man.
Yeah.
And you go back into this canyon. I tried to fly my drone, but the breeze was too much, so I couldn't fly it. But you go all the way back in here, and then it just opens up into this huge chamber, and they call it Cool Cave. And it is just, and the echo is just phenomenal when you're talking inside of that big room. So, and again, you can kind of see it's getting dark, and we started our hike back, and it was just a great day.
Look at that blue sky again, though. It's just amazing how blue the sky is there.
Yeah. Next time on Cooper's Corner, we finish season 1 and its review as we head to Moab, Utah to visit all that surrounds Moab. We'll visit Arches National Park and we'll recap all the trails that we went on. And then we go over to the Schaefer Road and descend into Canyonlands National Park. So don't miss next week's episode and final episode of season 1 on Cooper's Corner on the Road. And if you like this channel, do us a favor, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and tap that like button as it helps us get our videos out. The scripture of the week comes to us from Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 through 13. God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." May God bless you and keep you this upcoming week. And may everything we do this week bring glory to the name of Christ. And as always, it is our prayer that you know the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, that you have surrendered your life to His Lordship. May God bless you, and we'll see you next time on Cooper's Corner.